When you drive a Chevy, it's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, presented by Liona Labor's Local 663, who remind us, drive safely in those work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. Also presented by Bambino's Italian Cafe, home of every Monday's Quarterback Club Luncheon. Also presented by the Bank of Billings. Bank of Billings established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. We go to Tipton High School now. We welcome in the head football coach, William Duke. Coach Duke, thanks so much for your time today.
Thanks for having me here. I really appreciate what you're doing.
Coach, an 8-3 season a year ago. Tell us a little bit about that, put a bow on it, and what are you going to have to replace due to graduation?
Great question. We were very fortunate. We did well last year, 8-3, led by some amazing seniors and some underclassmen. Obviously, a lot to replace. We had first-team All-State defensive back Jackson Bailey, an All-State offensive lineman in Max Maddox, who was a senior who graduated, and just a number of seniors who really committed several years in a row to put Tipton football back on the map. And after that last game down there at Crystal City, when we ended our season in the second round of the playoffs, I thanked all of them for putting Tipton football back on the map. I truly believe that. For a long time, Tipton was very, very good, had a lot of state semifinal runs, quarterfinal runs, and for a while it struggled, to be honest with you. And that group of young men really helped turn things around, along with the class right before them. And do we have to replace them? Yeah, we do. Those were not just good football players, but good young men who were leaders. But at the same time, we had a lot of young men who were underclassmen who played in all of those games, got a lot of experience. So very much looking forward to what this group can do. This is Team 65 in Tipton football history. So we're looking forward to it.
Nice. And, as you look at the summer, what did you guys do over the summer? Some 7-on-7s. Where did you go to camp, and what were the numbers like?
Numbers were good, and actually, bragging a little bit on the kids, one of the tenets of our program is we are going to lift weights, and we're going to train to be faster and stronger, and though that is not negotiable. Typically, I like to give the team a few weeks off, sometimes up to a month after the season is over. I'm pretty sure they're tired of seeing me for a while and listening to me. And all of our kids play multiple sports, so they're moving on to basketball and wrestling and then into baseball and stuff. But this group of young men, they didn't wait for me to give them a date when we were going to open up the weight room. They texted me and said, "Hey, Coach, you're going to open the weight room on this day, just so you know. You be there because we need somebody to unlock the door." So kind of get out of our way. We have a plan in place. And I'm happy to report there were times, and we opened it up to some middle schoolers as well. There were times that there were greater than 60 young men in that weight room at 6 o'clock in the morning. And for a Class 1 school, that's a lot of kids and parents that are making that commitment. Summertime was great. We don't really do any 7-on-7s because I try and stay out of the month of June when most of those are happening, so that kids can play basketball, they can go on vacation, they can play baseball, and they're not being pulled in multiple different directions. We like to make sure that they don't feel like they have to choose between a basketball game and a football practice, a baseball game and a football practice. So we typically don't start anything until just after the July 4 holiday. And I guess I kind of tell them at that point, hey, it's football season, so let's go.
Again, we're visiting with Tipton Cardinals head football coach William Duke. And, Coach, you come out of the summer relatively healthy?
Yes, sir. We had one young man who sustained a fracture in his arm, a freshman. Felt really bad for him. He's a great young man. His name is Alex. It was on the last day of summer practice. He fell down and broke that arm, but he should be back before the season is over. But other than that, yes, sir, very healthy, thankfully.
Outstanding. As you look at your schedule, I've noticed maybe one or two changes from a year ago.
I'm sure you do.
One in particular.
Yeah.
Tell us about this year's schedule.
We moved into a new conference, the Central State 8, very much competitive in everything that they do. It's going to be great for all the schools in there, and Tipton especially. but it gave us a chance to add some teams to our schedule because not every school in the Central State 8 plays football. Week 1, we are going to play California, which is a school, 3 times our size, but it's only about 10 minutes away. And Tipton and California play against each other in almost every other sport except for football. And they haven't played each other in football for over 25 years, I believe. So we're kind of bringing that back. Logistically, it just makes sense, right? They're 10 minutes away. The communities know each other for everything else. Why not? Why not play that game? To me, it just makes sense. And then week 3, I got a call and said, hey, are you willing to play the Lamar Tigers? And I said, yes, absolutely. Yes, we are. So we agreed to play them on a home and home series. We're going to Lamar this year, and Lamar will come here next year. In order to be really, really good at anything, you have to compete against the best. And Lamar has certainly shown themselves to be one of the best football teams in the state of Missouri for greater than the last decade. So why not?
Outstanding. Well, what between now and then? Obviously, you've got a jamboree tonight, and tell us a little bit about where that is and who's involved.
Sure. We're going to Versailles this year. Last year we went to California, but we thought since we're going to play them in about 7 days, it's probably not the best idea to go and jamboree with them tonight. So we're going to go to Versailles tonight. Versailles is there. Cole Camp is there, who was on our schedule last year, but as we moved into a new conference, they've been replaced with a new opponent. And Clinton is there as well. So somebody we haven't seen before. And that's okay. Now, our primary goals for the jamboree, probably just like every other high school football team in the state, is to come out healthy, right? To come out healthy. Truthfully, you probably get less reps in this jamboree than you do at practice. But you get a chance to get dressed up. You get a chance to compete against somebody else. You get a chance to get on a bus and travel somewhere. So you get a lot of learning opportunities. But make no mistake, for us, this is very much let's go out and compete, and that's how they will be graded. The kids will be graded on how well they compete, and we'll show up tomorrow morning, watch film, and get ready to kick this thing off.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, I greatly appreciate you being generous with your time. I know we've spent a long time visiting with coaches from around the state. It's always a pleasure to kind of put a face and a voice with a name, and
Sure.
This is I think the second time, at least, that you've been on the Missouri Sports Network.
Yeah, what you're doing is great. You talked to us last year right before we had a game against Adrian, and that we had some people out that game. We were missing a few of those key seniors that we talked about, and we just appreciate what you're doing. For me, high school football is probably one of the most purest and best sports you can, the ultimate team sport, and I'm blessed to be able to do this. And I appreciate everything that Tipton has done, taking a shot at a guy like me who's not a teacher. I'm not a teacher. I'm not in the building all day. But, taking a shot on me and bringing me here. And really, truly, this is the best part of my day when I get to go and hang out with these kids and be a part of this process with them.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, best of luck. And I know we'll visit with you throughout the season. And to become an official friend of the show, you have to make 3 appearances. So,
okay.
So next time, you'll be an official friend of the show. But I really appreciate it. Best of luck. And anytime there's anything we can do for you, help promote something, a young man, a young lady,
Good.
whatever, we are all about the kids.
Good. Well, hopefully I could be back tomorrow. We could just make this thing happen sooner rather than later.
All right. Very good. Coach, hey, best of luck at your jamboree tonight. Stay healthy and safe travels back and forth, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, sir. God bless.
God bless. You're watching and listening to the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Back after this.
Imagine a bank that goes where you go, creating seamless solutions for every step in your financial journey, allowing you to manage your money the way you want to, with a banking relationship that makes every day extraordinary. Imagine a world full of possibilities, always within reach. Central Bank. We do banking better.
The Walnut Street Inn is located in the heart of Springfield on historic Walnut Street, just blocks away from the Missouri State Campus, Hammons Field, Great Southern Arena, and downtown Springfield. The Walnut Street Inn features newly remodeled rooms, breakfast served daily, and a friendly, accommodating staff. The Walnut Street Inn is also a great venue for private events. Book your stay or get more information at walnutstreetinn.com or call 417-864-6346.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids